welcome to Wrestling Gab. I'm Dalethea, and Travis has disappeared into nothingness. Anyways, thanks for being here tonight for some Friday night Smackdown. Looks like we're just getting started over here on the show. How's everybody doing? How's your Friday? Everybody ready for the weekend? How's everybody going to be watching, AEW Full Gear?
Very robotic.
Doesn't really fucking matter as long as I'm on and doing it. Anyways, how's everybody doing out there? Who we got out there? Everybody got plans for the weekend besides watching wrestling garbage all weekend?
You do realize it's a wrestling channel.
Yep. That's why it's wrestling garbage.
Why would you tell people what they watch as garbage? Nobody likes that. Ugh.
Sure.
Are you okay? You're acting all weird. Why acting weird?
Alright, looks like we got James Howell in the chat, maybe. We have Sophie out there. Aaron was in here earlier, I guess. Looks like that's about
so
it.
loud.
Sophie's talking a whole bunch of stuff.
Hey, Sophie. For talking stuff. Why was my earpiece so loud?
Maybe it's just different. Mine's pretty loud, too.
That's got to be the main... Huh?
I said, mine's pretty loud, too. Sophie says, Travis must be happy that the Winter Olympics coverage is getting the post-Super Bowl spot, which usually goes to a main TV show instead of more sports. Sure.
Super excited for the Olympics. I love the Olympics.
Janelle Jackson's in the chat.
Hey,
Says,
Janelle.
Chris, hey, guys. How's it going? Chris says, what up, Travis and D? Ready for sexy Shotzi tonight? Oh, yeah?
We
We're
are.
going to see some Shotzi tonight?
Shotzi and the other one.
Janelle says, hi. Hello.
Sasha.
How's everything going, Janelle? How's the
Hey,
new
Janelle.
baby and life
Oh.
and jobs?
There they are. There's at least 4 of them.
That's the Smackdown women's.
We just got to wait for the
Team?
the attention whore. Sasha's the only one we're missing. She's got to come out to her own music, probably.
Probably, unless she didn't make it back from the UK. As Chris says, there's Shotzi in the ring. She is out there. Just 4 of the 5 members. So we're going to introduce them one at a time.
Yeah, just Shotzi now, right? Just Shotzi.
Weird. All right.
And by the way, Huberto is now just Huberto. You don't say Carrillo anymore. And Angel is just Angel. You don't say Angel Garza anymore. They've rebranded them.
Yeah, they're always going to be what they were. So too bad. Piccolo's in the chat. Hey, Piccolo says, I'm tired, y'all. I may have veteraned too much over the last couple of days. Well,
sounds like a
happy
good problem.
Veterans Day, and thank you for your service, Piccola. I'm glad that you had a good time. Hopefully it was a good time.
Standing ovation for
Ayla's
Aaliyah.
in the chat for a second saying I
Ayla.
can't stay long, but figured I'd say hi. Sorry, it's been a minute. Yeah, how dare you just come in and not stick around? What the hell is your deal?
The attention whore has to come down to her own music.
It's because she's so special.
It's so weird because she didn't used to be this demanding, and now it's ridiculous. Like, this is just dumb.
It is dumb. I don't like it. It's like, oh, I have to. Shotzi's like, yes, I will kill her.
Blue versus green.
Piccolo says, hi, Ayla. Sophie says the WWE did put out a statement about what Keith Lee said about medical problems. Chris says, damn it, they just cut her name to Shotzi. Still call her Shotzi Blackheart. You guys can still call her that. It's not like you can't.
Call her what you will.
Ayla says, hi, Fat Lisa.
I just call her green.
Okay, that's
Sasha's so on herself that she can't think a team.
Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi says, what going on?
Oh,
You know,
come on.
What you man's
What
saying.
the fuck is she doing out here? Naomi, come on.
But she wants to come out to Sonya Deville and beat her ass. Oh, Lord. This whole women fighting thing is ridiculous. This is dumb. I'm saddened by the patheticness of this.
The ridiculousness of it, and my earpiece is so loud.
Well, turn it down.
It's almost distorting.
Sophie says, we won't see Tony Storm on TV until after Survivor Series. And Piccolo
Heard
says,
that.
because Blackheart is so difficult for us wrestling fans, right? It's just unfortunate to say. Ayla's like, my service at Butch Block is terrible, so I'm going to try and come back when I'm back to the house. Okay. Walter says, SmackDown Survivor Series team, LOL. Yes, Walter, that's who it is. Mr. Vicky says, what's happening right now?
Right now, it's just a
Survivor
craziness,
Series...
and now a commercial. But it was craziness.
It was the Survivor...
Naomi came down, and she attacked, what's her name? Sonya Deville? No, she didn't. She actually went after, what's her name?
She went after Sonya Deville, and then Shayna Baszler started saying something, and so she attacked her. We started out with the Survivor Series SmackDown women's team and Sonya Deville introducing them. And then Sasha Banks came down on her own while the other four were out there. And then it was interrupted by Naomi.
Right, so we had 6 women out there, so we're obviously going to get a 3-on-3 match.
We had 7 if you count Sonya, but I don't know if she's really a girl.
She won't wrestle.
Oh, Walter says, hey, Ayla, and Piccolo says she's the Gremlins 2 lady in real life. Ayla says, hi, Walter. Bye, guys, heart. And Sophie says AEW Full Gear isn't sold out because there are still tickets on sale. That kind of a surprise to me.
Yeah, no, they'll drop the prices all the way down to $2 or $3. They'll sell out.
Piccolo says, take care, Ayla. And we also have Axel Nocturno in the chat. Says,
hey,
hello
Axel.
From Italy. I just randomly found your channel.
Hey.
I love it. Sorry if my English sucks.
Your English you're fine.
Is perfect. Hello, perfecto. Axel, thanks for joining us from Italy. That's pretty cool. What do you do in Italy? What's your job? Are you a big wrestling fan?
Are you turning yours down too?
Yeah, I just don't know which one's mine.
Second, 2. That
Number
one.
2.
Yeah.
I can do it myself, thanks.
Does it help?
Yeah. Which one's yours?
First one.
Well, it's really loud.
I can't hear now. You turned it all the way up. There. That's better, but I don't know how loud it's going to be when they're talking and stuff.
Anyways, sorry about that, guys. All right. Let's see. Walter says, is there a AEW Full Gear prediction Saturday afternoon?
We're hoping so. We're not sure yet.
Possibly in the morning, but yeah. Vindicator says, it is at chaos time already, Dalethea. Is it? Oh, hi, Travis, and good riddance, Ayla, LOL. Robbie says, D, Travis's Survive series going to be good because mans ain't staying up for 4 hours if it's peak. It's probably going to be stupid, so I suggest probably not watching it. Luna says, SmackDown better win this year. Have they ever won?
No.
Do they always make Raw win? Will
one year, I think Raw won every single match. 1 year. I think it was like 5-0 or something.
Piccolo says, I'm watching the AEW Tony Khan interview. May watch SC a little later.
Is that the one with Aubrey and Excalibur from earlier today? I did watch that one live.
Sophie says they're already doing what WWE does when they don't have a sold out show by doing a 2-for-1 deal. And Ravi says, plus it's a 1 a.m. in the UK Survivor Series. It's peak if the pay-per-view is swag.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's stupid, and you probably shouldn't watch it. Axel says, what's your favorite WWE moment of 2021 so far?
WWE moment, huh?
Yeah, what is it? What's your favorite? What's your favorite moment?
I've enjoyed quite a few of the pay-per-views. I liked when Brock came back. That was a fantastic pay-per-view.
But is that the moment?
Do you have one that just sticks out? It's
I
really hard in WWE
try
because
to forget what
they
happens.
they don't have a lot of climaxing. You know what I mean? They're very
Sounds like
calm.
A mediocre lover. Robbie says, D, Travis, I only stay up late because of you two. because you mans have the vibes.
Yeah. I'm glad
Thumbs up, Robbie.
I'm glad that we're
Thanks
vibing.
for staying up late for us, my
Robbie
friend.
sent us some stuff on Insta. You probably didn't see it.
I did see it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. How they
pretty
talk
funny.
in London. Or rather, how the people who talk in British slang, what they sound like.
Street.
What street talk sounds like in London.
All right, they're starting it out with
Robbie's
Natalia
like, I talk
and
like
Sasha.
That, only faster. Piccolo says, yes, it's that interview.
Yeah, I watched that earlier. Yeah, he goes through every match. And
Sophie says Matt Hardy versus Orange was supposed to take place tomorrow night, but they put it on tonight's Rampage episode. That's all right. Maybe Matt Hardy and Orange didn't want to be on a pay-per-view.
we did get a couple more matches added. I don't know if you looked them up and printed stuff out and all that.
I did look it up and I did print stuff out, but it was still all the matches that you had given me basically on CBS Sports. So if there's more, I'll just add them to the page tomorrow.
That's weird that they didn't add those.
Because we're watching Smackdown right now. We've got the Survivor Series women out there having a 12-way fight. Elimination rules here.
Did you see
It's not really 12 people out there, by the way. Rhodes Pac versus Block and Andrade. No, I didn't see any of that stuff.
And then that one will be on the pre-show.
Oh, nope.
That's the buy-in match. And then that one was added too. But I figured if you looked it up, it would be on there.
Nope,
so.
it was not earlier. Whenever that happened was not in the time frame when I looked it up. Anyways, Vindicator says 1 year NXT won every single Survivor match.
Yeah, that was a big problem.
Was I around during that time?
Yeah, that was Passion.
That was me having a meltdown?
Yeah, that's the only time they've ever been involved. And it was because of the Saudi Arabia trip.
So I hated it immensely. Not surprising.
That was really bad for everybody involved.
Walter says this Sunday is tribute to the troops. Lots of wrestling. Yes, we will be.
We're trying to find out what time it's going to be on, but if we're not going to be live, we're not going to do it. Like, everybody's going to be on at different times. Like, they're having it on different times all the way down the East Coast.
It's because of football.
And so we want to make sure that we're on at the earliest possible time. So we got to find out if we can find that. If not, we're not going to be doing it. Aaliyah rolls her up. 2 and Natalia just kicks out.
How poopy. Anyways, we have Bryce in the chat. Hey,
Bryce.
And Walter says Sasha Banks' team for the win.
Yes.
Piccolo says maybe when Roman double stacked Edge and Bryan for the win.
Yeah.
Robbie wants to know what time is tribute to the troops on UK time. Ooh,
that's the problem. We can't find it on American time.
Sophie says NXT won Survivor Series the year they did that 3-brand warfare a couple years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, I hated it. Bryce says, hey guys, I'm here. Sorry I didn't get a chance to show to the AEW live stream, but I am here. And yay,
well, we're glad you're here. Look at this.
For Team Smackdown or Raw for Survivor Series? Well, considering that they're both going to be in it without NXT, at least there's a way to.
Naomi ducks that. Hits her with a back chop. Oh, Shayna Baszler falls behind.
Angry. Anyways, Robbie says, message retracted. Sophie says, Survivor Series SmackDown lost with them hinting that it will have some effects after, but nothing came from it.
Natalia, taking it right to Naomi.
What?
Naomi's literally got glow cut in her britches.
It's kind of a weird...
Whoa! Snap suplex.
It's kind of a weird Natalia being on a bad guy team.
Yeah, she's on the Hill team, right?
She's on the Hill side of it? That's kind of weird.
Well, they couldn't put Sasha on there.
Well, I understand that, but it's just kind of weird, right? It's Natalia, so it's just kind of odd. But I guess she's kind of a...
She's going to do another suplex and another snap suplex.
The ref's like, okay, fine, I'm going to count now because you're not paying attention to what you need to do. Sophie says, already read that one. Axel says, my favorite moment of 2021 so far was Shayna Baszler putting Eva Marie to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
And then put her out of the game completely, right? Because
now they cut her.
There. Walter says, okay, at 9 p.m. I'm going my time. I will be here Saturday for AEW pay-per-view still here. And Robbie says, SmackDown Live seems like heartburn tonight.
We'll find out. Let's see how this ends up playing out. Look at that clothesline. Took off Naomi's head.
Sunday, it seems like it is on at random times.
It is. It's just on throughout the day whenever they can fill it in between the NFL.
Natalia's like, I almost beat Naomi.
2 and...
Not sure something to be proud of, but okay. Let's see. Ravi says, ha. And Bryce says, wait a minute. We're going to get another Crown Jewel pay-per-view.
We're going to get a couple more. Not this year, but yes. There should be one in February, and there will be one in October. So we usually get 2 a year.
Is AEW got a pay-per-view? Yeah.
Yes,
it's on
this Saturday. 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
It should be a good one. I think there's 11 matches on it. 10 matches.
Well, there was 9 if they're adding more.
Oh, there was 9?
Yeah.
I thought there was only 8 before.
Pretty sure it was 9.
So it looks like we have 9, 10, or 11 matches. So.
Yeah. Bryce says they just do one already. Yeah. And Walter says Sunday at 8 p.m. Troops. 8 p.m. for you, huh? Vindicator says, so Naomi basically has holes in her pants.
Was that Ravi?
No, that was Walter said that.
Oh,
Sunday at 8 p.m.
8 for him. Damn.
Vindicator says, so Naomi basically has holes in her pants. The glow letters match her skin color, and I like it. And Aaron's back in the chat saying, hey,
might
guys,
just
sorry,
be
I
nude.
went on a run. Sweet.
It might just be a hole. That's why it matches her skin color.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's just a cutout of her pants.
Right. Therefore, it is her skin color.
And it is her skin, probably. Robbie says, what time is Tribute to the Troops UK time?
Right. That's
every time. All the times.
I can't tell you because we don't even know in
when
the U.S.
When it is in our time or here for us. Sophie says AEW got 10 matches, so in a way they're doing what WWE used to do with their pay-per-views before the pandemic by having a lot of matches on the card.
Right, yeah, it's probably going to be a 4-hour card. I would assume it's going to go from 8 to midnight.
AEW normally has a lot of matches.
They go a little bit longer than WWE.
They don't usually have Peasley amounts of matches, so... Vindicator says Natalia loves her some self-glorification. LOL. Sophie says my favorite WWE moment from 2021 is the build between Cena versus Roman and their SummerSlam match.
Right. Nothing wrong with that.
Interesting.
There's been plenty. I just would have to go back and look through my notes and everything else. There's nothing that just sticks out at me, though.
Yeah.
Is there? I know AEW had a couple tag team matches that really stood out to me.
Films in the chat. Hey, Film, how's it going? Aaron says, are you guys going to be live for Full Gear and Tribute to the Troops?
We're going to try to be for Tribute to the Troops. For sure for Full Gear. Tribute to the Troops, we just don't know when it's going to be on. I even had her look tonight, as a matter of fact. I am on top of it. We are looking to see if we can find it. But it looks like it's going to be on Peacock. It looks like it's going to be on USA. It looks like it's going to be on Fox. It's going to be on Sony TV in India.
Yeah,
I just don't.
It's supposed to be on Peacock. Film says, hi, Miss D and Travis. What's up, party people? And people says, have you started trivia, Miss D? I have not.
No.
I haven't started trivia.
All right, we're still in that
question.
6-woman tag team match.
I closed my trivia tab that I was doing, and I don't know where my trivia book is, so.
Shotzi. So she looks really cute with her hair like she did it. She usually doesn't do it like this.
Right. Pigtails, so she looks like she's 12.
Well, it's ringleted pigtails. Is that the word for it? Like lots of individual wrapped hair.
It's wavy. It's L-wavy. Sophie says, remember when people complained that Mania was 8-hour show? Full Gear seems to be going that way. I doubt it'll be a 8-hour show even with that many matches.
Holy crap. You know, WrestleMania got crazy that one year. I mean, it went nuts. Remember that?
Was that the one where it went from 10 o'clock
the
in the
Undertaker,
morning until 10 o'clock at night?
Undertaker, Roman Reigns.
I wanted to leave so bad. I was like, I don't even know why I'm
I thought it was over after that one. It was like the championship match or whatever. And I was like, well, that's it. I was like, I guess they're cutting Charlotte's part and they're going to cut the Undertaker match. But no, they kept it going. There was 3 more matches after what I thought was going to be the main event.
Mm-hmm. Robbie's like, D cheering on Naomi. Ha ha ha. So when's the AEW pay-per-view?
8 p.m. tomorrow.
It's on the 13th of November at 8 p.m. It's probably Meg trying to escape something. Walter's like, Smackdown, I heard Brock Lesnar will be in their crowd. He is still suspended. And Pickle says, when it's pizza and a bagel, you can have tribute with some troops anytime.
Fact.
Lane Armory's in the chat.
Hey,
Lane
Lane.
says
Thanks for
Shayna
hanging out with
put
us.
Eva to sleep. When did it happen? Happened a long
It's
time
about
ago.
more than 2 weeks ago now, huh?
It's been months. It's been a couple months ago.
It was the last one she put to sleep, wasn't it? She broke her elbow, and that was the last one. Because the next one she did Dana Brooke, and she didn't hurt her. Right?
Maybe. Yeah, but it was like a month ago. Vindicator says, I didn't complain, Sophie. I don't do much complaining.
Oh! Paisler fell all the way to the ground.
Whoops. Sophie says, I'm not talking about you, Vin. I'm talking about AEW fans.
Oh, so close. Natalia just attacks the boss.
Well, I'm sorry, Sophie,
One,
but you can
two.
say that, but you're not talking for every single AEW fan. You can say that. Why would even AEW fans give a rat's patootie about people?
Oh, crossbody!
People complaining about Mania being 8 hours show. It makes no sense. You make no sense. No sense. Absolutely none.
Aaliyah going crazy.
Wow.
This is the first time I've ever seen Aaliyah wrestle, by the way.
I thought she was supposed to be all sweet and nice. Just kidding.
Neck
Lane
breaker.
says, Axel Namarto.
1, 2, and...
Noturno. Anyways, Ravi says D, who's in the main event tonight. I don't know.
Obviously, Woods and Roman Reigns. Come on. That's a simple one.
There you go. Your two favorite people, Ravi. Sophie says, I'm not talking about... Walter says, at AEW pay-per-view, the fans will stay late, LOL. At any wrestling pay-per-view, fans will stay late, usually. Ravi says, 8 p.m., that don't help me. What is the UK time?
6, and adds, what's 7? Oh, did you guys have a time change?
I don't know.
Well, then you ask, and then that fixes that.
No, I mean, I don't know what time it is UK
It's 7
time.
hours different from us.
Okay.
So you just add 7 to our time. So it starts at the exact same time that SmackDown started tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
SmackDown started at 8 p.m. Eastern. So
if
whatever
it's
time
1
that
a.m.
was in Europe, that's the exact time it's going to be starting tomorrow.
So if it's 1 a.m. for you, it's the same exact time. There you go.
Right.
Now you know. Now y'all know.
I was trying to reinvent the wheel instead of just saying, hey, look, it starts at the same time as every other show.
Vindicator says
Although there is a buy-in, and it's going to start at a half hour before that.
So 12:30 a.m.
Right.
your time.
So a half hour before SmackDown or Raw or AEW starts.
I'll know his stupid time zone. Vindicator says it's so
Aaliyah!
crazy. That's mid.
She did it!
Aaliyah pinned Natalia? What? That's redonkulous. Anyways, Vindicator says it's so crazy. That's mid-November already. The 4 months are just a blur every year. LOL. And Robbie says, I got one for you. That's nice. Axel says, Lane, it happened a month ago. Eva was cutting a promo. Shayna put her in the Karakuda clutch. Eva tried to tap, but Shayna refused to break the hold. And after a few seconds, Eva was asleep. Then she broke her arm.
Yep.
There you go.
Took her outside, broke it in the stairs.
It was about a month ago.
And both of those women that got their arms broken by Shayna are no longer in the company.
5-on-5 elimination matches. Team Raw versus Team Smackdown. And tonight, Aaliyah got the pin on Natalia, which is about right. Usually, Natalia takes one for the team.
She does.
Ravi says the world turns on its axis while another one works, another relaxes. Cool. Raul's in the chat saying, good morning. Good morning, Raul. How's it going over there in India today? Sophie says, ever since wrestling companies could go back on tour, the WWE are starting to go back to ending their pay-per-views past 10.
Yeah, they started pushing them back again.
So
Not a
he's
huge
trying
fan
to
of
be
that.
the captain of the team. What a freak.
Probably nobody even in there.
Is he having a pep talk with himself? Oh, he is. He is talking to himself in a mirror. Oh. Oh my god.
Like, knowing Sammy, nobody's in there, so.
He is literally the captain of his own team, all right.
Look at this.
So, jeez.
Jeff's all sorts of...
Like, staring at him like, you're a freak.
Is this any Willow stuff going on?
He's I'm embarrassed. Sophie says it would be funny if Woods beats Roman by a DQ. And Walter says Drew Mack will win tonight. Ravi says, D, don't get it twisted. The main event is your favorite people. Oh, hell no, my friend. That is all about you. Think?
Honestly?
You're the one that wanted to know what the main event was anyways.
Honestly, it sucked. Oh, the bloodline.
Walter says Woods will win. And Piccolo says Aaliyah is kind of feisty, but I liked her other tag partner, Vanessa Bourne. She was a smoke show.
Yes.
Walter's like, good first match. Sophia says Tony Khan has talked about having a streaming service at the end of the year next year.
What are they going to put on it? And don't get me wrong, I have no problem paying $10 a month if they're going to be putting their pay-per-views on there. Right. I think. Does that still add up? We spend 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, so it'd still be worth it. Because we spend $400 every 4 months. Or $40 every 4 months.
Yeah.
So it would still pay for itself.
Basically it would.
Like WWE's was a no-brainer. Like it took $50 pay-per-views and turned it $10 a month. And it's commercial break time. This is lit.
It's totally lit.
That's what you say when you go to light your Christmas lights. This is lit.
Right?
Ew.
Ew.
Got all sorts of dogs in the front room barking.
Yeah. Right.
Did she come in? Is that why they're acting like a wax?
Yeah, I think so.
Meg!
All right, here's a trivia question for you. Which superstars' entry music quotes are, "They broke the mold when they made me"? Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Walter saying that Woods will win. That's cute. Walter says good first match. And Sophie says Tony Khan has talked about how... Oh, I already read that one. And Rally's in the chat. Hey, Rally says, hi, Travis, Dalethea, Buddy Murphy, or Matthews is doing his first match since June tomorrow at New Japan Pro Wrestling Show. Did you see that, Dalethea, Travis?
Did not see that, but I'm glad that he's out wrestling again. I really like Buddy Murphy. Or
and
Matthews.
Raleigh says Tony Storm should be on Smackdown Survivor Series team, I think. Yes. Ravi says, haha, Joker. Walter's like Jeff Hardy. Boo, Sami Zayn.
Would you take Aaliyah off and put her on? Or would you take somebody else off? I'd take Natalya off, personally.
Yeah. Sophie says, why did they put WWE pay-per-views back at 8 p.m. after having pay-per-views at 7 for a few years? It was kind of successful.
Wasn't it nice, too? It was earlier in the day. You were done earlier.
They like to ruin your lives.
They're like, let's push it back.
Ravi's like, D, you are the one that keeps recommending me Z-listers. Ha ha, laughing. I'm not playing. I'm not paying for wrestling. Are you mad? Man's mad. I don't recommend anybody to you, actually. Not one person have I ever recommended. You're the one that's all recommending people all the time. So he's like, if AEW does have its own streaming service, what would they call it?
AEW Network.
Ooh.
They'll call it something the All Elite or something.
James Sotelo in the chat. Hey, James says, do wrestlers get paid more when they wrestle on pay-per-view?
I would assume
maybe,
so. I mean,
doubt it.
Obviously, if they're independent contractors and they're working and they're getting paid for each show they work, then I would assume yes. But if they are not, if they're under contract and they just work all the time,
Sophie says, with
no.
the WWE Network on Peacock, sometimes it is hard to find it. Right. Okay, so you guys, yeah. Anyways, Walter says, boo, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and the Usos. Sophie says, I put Naomi on the team instead of Aaliyah.
Who?
Naomi instead of Aaliyah.
Naomi's got other problems. She's probably going to be wrestling other people. Is the only reason I don't see her on the team. Meaning Sonya. Somebody piss on her parade. She's going to take her off the team because she knows Naomi.
Uh-huh.
Sonya strikes again. Who are they going to replace her with? Why do you got to take your parade under my rain cloud?
Anyways, the answer to the trivia question was Dolph Ziggler. If you guessed Dolph, you guys got it right. Walter says, boo, Roman Reigns. Sophie says, maybe EW will go on HBO Max since people behind both TNT and TBS own HBO. Ravi says, is Nakamura on tonight? Yes.
Yes. Him and Boogs going one-on-one with El Heredero.
Los
Libros.
Yeah, those guys.
Heredero. Wow. Something like that. Lajeros. Ladies' men, anyways, is the word.
Laredos. Los Laredos. Anyways, Robbie says Sonya is a ham roll. Why is she a jobber?
I love it. I have no idea.
Sophie's like, where is this Sonya storyline going? It has a lot of twists and turns to it already.
Does it? It's just she hates Naomi, and Naomi helped this girl win, and so she came in there and just ruthlessly took it from her.
How long have you known Naomi? I don't know. Tonight? Well, you are no longer on the SmackDown Survivor Series team.
Who are they going to replace her with?
Not Naomi.
It actually could be Naomi. But
would it though? It would not be
who
her.
else do they have? They don't have.
Sonya can't put her on the team.
She's probably going to put herself on it.
Oh, God. Raleigh says Mercedes Martinez could be the new Impact champ. She's facing Mickie James on November 20th. She's done great since leaving WWE.
Wait,
good for her.
Mickie James is the Impact champ? What happened to Deonna Purrazzo or whatever? What the... Huh, I don't watch a lot of Impact, as you can tell.
Deonna Purrazzo?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know who. She was the one that won it from Deeb? No. From Thunder Rosa?
No.
Is that a different one?
Wait, aren't we talking about Impact?
Yeah.
You're talking about NWA.
Oh, my bad. Wrong people. They're all the same to me. That's how much I really pay attention. I'm glad that Mercedes Martinez found a niche. Vindicator says, remember this day, Travis, that Aaliyah became relevant and the future of SmackDown. She will not be another Toni Storm.
She became irrelevant and then just got buried.
She was relevant and then became irrelevant all in the same
celebration.
5 seconds.
She does. She flirts with him a lot. She chases him around. She's always on his coattails.
Nobody cares what you want. They do care what I want. Mm-hmm.
Smarten her up.
Smarten her up.
Look at her face.
Okay, craziness happening outside. Sophie says Toni Storm, maybe. Elaine Rimabed. Elaine says, I agree with Axel.
Elaine.
Shayna putting Eva to sleep was my favorite moment of 2021 too. Ravi says, Sonya, stop being the female Shane O'Mac and get in the ring already. Sophie says, Sonya is taking her Stephanie McMahon lessons with this new character.
You got to do that with your heels, though, right? Like your heel authoritative figures.
Your
they
general
have to.
managers.
They have to be assholes. is binding. Strip him of the title. Nothing
I didn't
King.
catch everything that
I didn't
he was
either.
talking about. So supposedly,
If Roman loses, he will bend the knee. And if he doesn't, you could take his title. Roman ain't fucking losing. It doesn't matter.
weird. Huh. Raleigh says, I hope Sonya Deville gets back in the ring this year or next year. She's great.
It's Rick Beard.
I think she's a bit annoying as general manager, and I'm a Sonya Deville fan. And Luke's in the chat. Hey, Luke says, Deonna lost it at Bound for Glory for storyline reasons. There you go. There's your answer that nobody else could answer. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it. I like it when you come in, you give us some knowledge, you know.
My name's Rick Boogs.
He's going to rock with the Intercontinental Champion. Just got to tuck your balls up in you, and then you can get that high.
How does it get better?
Sophie says my other fave moment is that Sonya put both Eva and Nia Jax out of the company.
Forever, right? Arguably.
Yeah, somebody needs to put Shayna out of the company permanently.
I think Nia Jax will be back at some point in our lives.
Robbie says WWE ain't the place to go anymore. Vindicator says Kayla dressed as Heyman for Halloween as her bump show. LOL. On her bump show. Yeah, she dresses as a WWE wrestler every year. Like, or somebody from WWE. That's her thing. On Halloween, that's what she does. Kayla Braxton.
Oh.
This year she dressed as Paul Heyman.
Oh, no.
Vindicator says she was still grossly underweight.
Tweaky tits.
Raleigh says Mickie James is the Impact champ. Mickie beat Deonna Purrazzo at Bound for Glory last month or September. Yeah. Even Mickie, you've been champ for 2 months, just to let you know. And thank you very much, because Luke helped us out with that.
Yeah,
also.
Let's let Martinez take that title from her.
Sophie says, remember when Sonya first got this new character, they were hinting that she was working with Paul Heyman in some way? No, I don't remember any of that. Pico says, who's going after Nakamura for the IC title now?
Nobody right now. He's going to be wrestling tag team style.
Talk about another title that doesn't get,
Do you think it has anything to do with the Asians? I know it sounds weird, but they did it with Asuka. She was world champion. They put her in tag teams. They didn't let her defend the Raw title. And she was constantly in tag teams, and now we're seeing it with Nakamura. He doesn't get to defend the title. He's in a tag team, and he's fighting only tag teams.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's just weird.
Robbie says WWE ain't pushing new talent at all, just ham rules for the title. Those are your favorite, Robbie, ham rules. You talk about it a lot. I bet you like ham rules. Here's a trivia question. Which former member of the Shield is the only one to have the Intercontinental Championship?
The only one to ever have it? Mm-hmm. Well, that's easy because I know who had it.
Sophie says, I can see them re-signing Eva for a third time. Raleigh says, are you doing an AEW Rampage stream, or do you not watch Rampage? We watch it, but usually we don't do a live stream of it.
Yeah, I try to just turn it off. Like, after we get off the air, I'll watch it, but I usually watch it a little bit late, so I can kind of fast forward into it.
Vindicator says Pat needed to get his workout at Cole's expense.
Right.
LOL, I like when Cole gets bullied at his own table. He is not the head of it like Roman. Sophie says, how often are you going to do a Rampage live stream?
Next to never. Unless Bray Wyatt shows up or something.
Unless they change it some other time or something, then no.
I just wish they would just turn it on at the same time that SmackDown's on.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Robbie says, have the women's and men's tag titles lost its value?
A lot of championships in WWE have lost their value. Like the Intercontinental title, it means nothing. right? The U.S. title we haven't seen in, what, a month?
Ever since Damien took it over?
No, he defended a few times.
That's what I meant. Ever since he took it over? Haven't seen it. Intercontinental Championship defending. Haven't seen it.
The Raw titles, they're getting defended quite a bit, right? Randy and the Bro, they defend
tag
it.
Titles.
They defend their titles, so they're okay. They're relevant. And the Usos, they're defending their titles.
Yeah.
The Women's Championship don't have a chance to defend theirs because there is no women tag teams. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine being the only champion in your whole division? Yeah, like they're proud of it though, right? They're going to be like, we were tag team champions for blah, blah, blah amount of days. It's like, you didn't even fucking have a match. Right. It's like Nakamura. Nakamura cannot be proud of this title run.
Sophie, I have to disagree with you on that. Not all three of them won the Intercontinental Championship at one point.
I don't know if Roman's ever...
Roman's never won the fucking Intercontinental Championship ever. Ever.
I don't see the storyline. I don't see how it could work. I mean, I could see him maybe have won a minor title once or twice, but he's a world champion guy. It's like Brock.
I don't even know if Seth has won it.
It's like having Brock have the Intercontinental Championship right now. It wouldn't make any sense.
I mean, the answer to the trivia question is Dean Ambrose. He's the only Shield member who's ever won the Intercontinental Championship.
At least till the writing of that. And I don't think Seth's won it in the past 4 years. So.
Victor says weird conspiracies are McBossman's cup of tea. You sound like you're from London. Yes. You sound like you're from London.
You sound like you're from London.
That's not how they sound, though, according to Ravi. We got told different.
There's different places.
Raleigh says, I'm guessing you're doing an AEW Full Gear
live
stream. Hopefully you are, because your streams are cool.
We will be here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Actually, we'll be here a little bit before that.
Yeah, there's a buy-in show, pre-show match. Some ladies. Ravi says,
they're both second-round matches.
Turn it around on me with bad wrestlers. Dude, you like Darby Allin. Hello. What? You want to talk about Z-listers?
Lotharios!
You're the one that promotes them. Not me, my friend. Not me.
Inflago. Los Lotharios.
Yeah, Lotharios. Sophie says, if you want Rampage to get canceled, going up against SmackDown would do the trick. Not necessarily would it get canceled. Let's see. Randy Sam is in the chat. Hey, Randy. Sophie says the women's divisions on both brands are not that great.
No.
Let's see. Sophie says Seth won it a couple years ago. And Luke says Seth won the Intercontinental title twice, both times in 2018. Yes, but did fucking Roman win it? Tell me that. Answer that question. Did Roman win it? Has he? Has he won the Intercontinental Championship? Tell me. Tell me. I want to know, because Sophie's saying that all three of them have fucking won it. That's only
all right,
two
there,
so
lock
far.
it up. It looks like Humberto, because we don't call him Humberto Carrillo anymore.
It's Humberto Carrillo.
Lock it up, Boogs. Look at the power of Boogs.
Minutes to get my messages on your screen at the side there. Is that because I'm in the UK? It's miles away. Do you know, Travis? Yes, it's because of how far away you are.
It has nothing to do with that. It's just the speed at which it uploads to OBS.
It's because you're in the UK.
Look at the gut wrench.
It has to go clear across the fucking ocean, and then a whole, and then a whole country. Gregor Sean says, "Hey Gab." Sophie says Angel and Humberto almost got released, but thanks to one match on main event, it saved their careers.
Good deal. I love these guys right here. Can't go wrong. Look at Angel Garza taking it right to Boogs.
As Piccolo says, yeah, I thought he beat the Miz. Good.
Roman?
I don't know who beat the Miz. I have no idea. The Intercontinental title, I guess. Maybe somebody did. All these fuckfaces who know so much more, they can do trivia.
1, 2, and Boogs kicks out. Alexa, stop. I already took Argus out and hung him. Or well, no, I didn't hang him. I just walked him around. You just
walked him around the thing, and then he got tired.
It's about 42 degrees Celsius in here.
It's 108.
108.
Degrees.
Los Lotharios. Big
well, there
forearm.
you go. Roman won it in 2017. Good fucking deal.
Old Roman.
Film says we're going to get another crown jewel in Saudi Arabia. Boo.
You're going to have a few more of them, guys. For the next, decade.
Good for you, Sophie. Now stick it up your butt.
I think there's 7 years left to that contract.
Film says, who's winning so far?
Oh, easily. Lotharios.
Los Lotharios.
We haven't even seen Shinsuke Nakamura in the ring yet. Shinsuke's over there laughing, though. Boogs, look at the power of Boogs. Got him in a crucifix. Angel Garza head first. Don't hurt those teeth. That pretty smile.
Rally, I'm not laughing at you. It just sounded like a question that Travis would ask.
Like they don't do that in America or something.
Like, how long does it take for it to upload? Is it because I'm in another country?
Yeah, British have their own TV networks. Found that out on here.
Did you also find out that other countries have their own Hollywoods?
Yeah, there's all sorts of different places that have their own TV networks and shit. Like Kenya has its own TV networks. The reason I know this is because Joe had a chance to be an anchor or something on one of these.
Did it not work out?
I have no idea.
Oh, has he not heard
That's not the point. The point is that it exists.
I already knew it existed. I don't know why you think it wouldn't.
I just didn't think all countries had it. That means there are several places that you could work without being in America.
True that. Walter says, good match so far. Yeah, we
Absolutely.
got Shinsuke over there giving us the Elvis impersonation.
He's going to kick this dude right in the face. Oh, no!
Oh.
Angel saving his
Angel
cousin.
saved Humberto Carrillo.
Oh, shit. Baseball slide.
Got the baseball slide himself. But Humberto went right back in the ring. Good for him.
Humberto is so intelligent.
Oh! He was going to try it
slow.
and got kicked in the face.
Angel's holding his feet. He called him Garza.
Yeah, how dare he? Oh my God, how dare he?
I thought we were
rebranding
rebranding
him.
Oh, that's
he
it.
Him and he got kicked in the
That's
face
it. 2 and 3. Los Lotharios.
Okay, he has to have his last name still because he has a big fat G everywhere on his body.
Maybe they're just...
He has a G in his junk. He has a G on his pants.
Right.
He has everywhere.
Right.
Look.
Maybe they're just going by the last name then?
Humberto Carrillo, H&C on his pants.
Well, I can't help that that's what they said on their stupid site.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this guy? Do we know this guy?
A Neanderthal? A Mongoloid. He's a Mongoloid.
He looks like he's got thumbs over his eyes.
Maybe it's his security guard.
Like Brock gives a fuck about that dude.
If he could say words, he would make fun of his forehead. As Luke says, WTF Trav, LOL. There's Bollywood, LOL.
They're going to take out Sami Zayn. And the winner stays.
The loser gets removed.
Yeah. Sammy, you put your... is now.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Right? If you want somebody to leave, put your spot on the line.
That guy's a Mongoloid.
This guy looks like Edge's kid or something.
That has deformities in his brain noggin. Hey, it's everybody's hated person,
Hey, it is
Charlotte Flair. She's back from the UK. She went over there and made everybody else so happy.
Dominated over there against Sasha. The people in the audience bowing to her. What's up with the Cher outfit? Seriously, why is her shoulder pads? That little kid. He's like, see? Oh yeah, this is terrible. This is something I would have saw in the movie
As
Mannequin.
Ben says, replay. Yeah, 25-minute break. Yeah, I think I want to take an hour and 10-minute break.
You guys don't hate on the Queen, seriously.
Not because of Charlotte. Sophie says, Vince did go to Saudi Arabia to discuss some sort of business deal. Maybe they are going to do a Smackdown episode in Saudi. Yeah, probably. That's probably what's really going to happen. Walter's like, boo, and hey, Luke. And Luke says, hi. Sophie says, who the heck is that? Your mom.
That's the Queen.
Piccola says, imagine Kenya Television had Judge Jerry on and Florabama Shore. They would be as ignorant as Americans would be.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't even know that, so I guess I'm completely ignorant because I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. I don't watch enough TV to understand.
Film says he has a G everywhere, LOL, laughing. He does. He has a goddamn G everywhere.
He had a bunch of G spots.
He had G all over him. It's gross. Roberto Lozano says, hello, sorry I wasn't in the chat for NXT. We weren't here for NXT, but we were here for AEW. And if you weren't here for that, that's fine, Roberto. I'm glad you made it tonight. Thanks for being in the chat. And Sophie's got a snarky remark of congrats to you. She is actually paying attention. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to read your fucking chats, too. So I guess I have to pay attention there, too. Wow, good for me. Congratulations. Do I get a participation trophy? Walter's like, Charlotte Flair, boo. And Vindicator says, unannounced NXT call-ups are the best unless Vaughn was demoted into being Adam's bodyguard.
That's what it looks like probably is going on, but maybe they're going to add him to the Survivor
So
Series.
is he on NXT? Is that what you're saying?
I
Neanderthal Man is on NXT? He looks like a Mongoloid.
I think he is the kid that I've been seeing on there every blue moon.
Walter's like, that guy is security. He's a Mongoloid. And Film says Charlotte Flair, Hart, and Sophie says, who will replace Sami Zayn then? Who's to say he'll lose?
I don't think Sammy loses, but I mean he can obviously. But
Film says, "Oh Charlotte, I would never hate on Charlotte Flair. She's too hot to be hated on."
Wouldn't it be better if Sammy was on the team and they replaced? It's not Edge. What's his name? Jeff Hardy.
Oh.
And kept Sammy.
Right.
Is Sammy worse than Edge? Or why do I keep saying Edge? Hardy.
Jeff Hardy. I don't know. I don't think any of them are better or not. I don't know. So if it's like Johnny Wrestling has been acting weird on Twitter, it sounds like he is leaving the WWE.
Oh, I'm sure it's getting to the end of his time. Unless Miz comes back and saves his career, I don't think he's going to be around much longer.
Walter says, okay,
especially after his wife left.
And Film says Johnny Wrestling is that good. Film says, I hope he doesn't leave WWE. And Roberto says, I mean for AEW. Yes, I figured that's what you really meant. And Pico says, ew, Film Nation, that's gross. And Film says, oh, come on, she's Charlotte Flair. And Luke's like, do I need to delete Sophie? LOL, no. Nobody needs to be deleted. Except me. I can delete myself. Sophie says they do unannounced NXT call-ups a lot lately. Yeah, because Sophie knows everything. Pico is like, nah, Sophie keeps the chat humble, LOL. Right. Vindicator's like, Von Wagner is an NXT wrestler who actually had a triple threat match for the NXT title against Ciampa and Kyle O'Reilly last 2 months ago, I believe. That guy? His name is Vaughn. He looks like a Neanderthal.
Are you talking about Breaker? That's not Braun Breaker.
No, they're saying Von Wagner. Vaughn. Not Braun. Vaughn.
Okay.
It's a completely different human.
Right. Yeah.
According to them, that guy is Von Wagner, and he's from NXT.
Right.
So if you've never seen him, then you haven't watched the NXT.
I'm pretty sure I have. I think he was teaming up with somebody. I can't remember why. The Bruiserweight, maybe?
I don't know. Supposedly he had a triple threat match for the NXT title against Ciampa and Kyle O'Reilly last 2 months ago. Right,
because they interfered and they beat up the other guy. And he replaced the other guy, I believe. Or something like that happened, right?
I don't know. That I can't help you with. I'm sure Sophie can, though.
Yeah, I think a couple of them beat up the guy that was supposed to be in there. And I can't remember who that was. I thought that was O'Reilly that got beat up. But maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember. I don't watch a lot of NXT, and when I do watch it, it's usually in fast forward.
So they went there already months in advance to hang
to
out.
get pictures and all their media.
So weird. Weird. Very weird. Anyway, Sophie's like about Cesaro to replace Sammy or Jeff Hardy. Right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I would love to see it, but that they don't usually go about it doing things that way. But I love that they are tweaking the teams, or we'd be stuck with Dominic, and that's just disgusting.
Vindicator says break, right? And Luke says, I think Trav is confused. He's thinking of John Morrison. Johnny Wrestling is Johnny Gargano.
Oh, John Gargano's garbage. Why are we talking about him? I thought they were talking about...
They're talking about, okay, Sophie saying, Johnny Gargano's been acting weird on Twitter.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
leaving the WWE.
I thought we were talking about the other Johnny Drip Drip because he's always doing this like meditating shit. So I thought that's what they were talking about.
They're talking about dumbass Johnny Gargano, who is more garbage than anybody else in the whole entire world.
Yeah, my level of caring about that dude is next to none.
Hence why Travis had no idea who the fuck you were talking about.
Well, I thought we were talking about Johnny Drip Drip.
No, that's not his name. His nickname isn't Johnny Wrestling. I have no idea why they call him that because it's pretty pathetic to call him that when he can't even do it.
He's pretty good at like just mat wrestling.
Yeah, he's pretty good at just standing there and crying like a 3-year-old crybaby with a tantrum.
But he's probably going to re-sign with WWE would be my guess.
Well, considering that his wife is pregnant, I'm pretty sure he wants to have a job. So, most likely. And no way, Sophie. Johnny Wrestling wife is pregnant. We haven't known that for like 9 months.
Yeah, she's got to be pretty big at this point, Candace.
Film says Bond, LOL. And Jordan Williams is in the chat.
Hey, Jordan
says, hello, ladies and gents. Film says Johnny Gargano going to be a father. And Piccolo says Von Wagner is the blonde dude lifting tree trunks in the wilderness with Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, I thought you said that he was lifting tree trunks in the wilderness like Kyle O'Reilly, because Kyle O'Reilly is a tree trunk. A very small sapling-like one who's pathetic.
Look at that. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair coming up at Survivor Series.
That's right.
That's going to be a tough one. I honestly, that one for our predictions, I have no idea.
Right? No. Film says good for him. It says that Von Wagner is related to a former WWE star that looks like that. Like that has has a face like that.
Who?
Like mongoloid face. It's weird. Bryce is like Cesaro ? And Walter's like WrestleMania going to Dallas, Texas next year. Piccolo says only thing good left in NXT is Io Shirai. They haven't fucked up her character yet.
Oh yeah, they have. They put her in a tag team.
Bryce says what makes you hate Rey Mysterio's son? Oh my god, don't even get me started.
You're joking, right? Like
Rey Mysterio's son.
Is this somebody that's always in here? And
Bryce, yes.
They're being funny.
I guess I'm gonna take it as you're sarcastic joking. Sophie's like, people are praising Motley's book with what he said about Kevin Dunn in it. Vindicator says, Travis fast forward through NXT like he fast forward through Mark Calloway matches. LOL, now break for real. Can't stand the Spawn. And Sophie says, did you guys watch NXT when it was a WWE Network exclusive? No. Did you watch it when it was just on WWE's network?
I'm not. I'm trying.
Never been an NXT fan.
Right.
Liked it when it was on the same night as AEW and you could actually watch it.
Becky,
uh-oh. Bryce says, yo, chill, you really want to tear him apart so bad? Bryce is like, what? ? Laughing. And Sophie's like, I call him Johnny Wrestling because it is hard to type his real name.
Charlotte beat me.
It's called Temper Tantrum Big Baby Pants. Piccolo says, remember Johnny Manziel? He was a college quarterback who they called Johnny Football.
Yeah.
That's different.
At Texas A&M, I believe.
Bryce says, Kyle O'Reilly and the Tree Trunks. Right. Walter's like, okay, Charlotte Flair in the ring talking.
She taught the whole crowd how to do it. They all did it.
Piccolo says Gargano wrestling. No. Robbie says, D, who is your one pick for the women's team match to win in Survivor Series? out of the Raw and the SmackDown team? I have no idea.
There it is. She's taking cred for Shotzi. The Star Maker. She said
The
it.
Star Maker.
The Star Maker.
Uh-oh. Bryce says, well, I have to go. Bye, guys.
See you,
Bye,
Bryce.
Bryce. We'll tell you next time why we don't like Rey Mysterio's son. Because
Other than-
he sucks butthole.
All you have to do is watch it for 0.4 of a second.
Ugh. And why does he get a bye?
Who's this?
to
I don't
get
know
in
who this
there?
is. Do we know who this is?
Just because. Hey, it's
Oh!
Miss Tony Storm.
Tony Storm.
Everybody's favorite chickadee. There she is. Everybody wanted to see her.
Tony Storm's a cheeseburger away from being 300 pounds. This is sad. Like, she's letting her weight go.
I don't know. I haven't seen her for a while, so I couldn't tell you whether or not she has or has not let herself go.
2 years ago, she did not look like this.
The film is like, is Charlotte wrestling right now?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
No, but Tony Storm did show up on TV, and they said they weren't going to do anything until after Survivor Series. Why are you in that? Like, this is like a fucking weird Muppet show.
It is a weird Muppet show.
Like, why are you out here? Like, why are you came? This is a big
Why
one.
did you came? Like, why did you came? Why? Why did you came? Anyways, Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you this weekend for AEW. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging with us.
If I was Charlotte, I would just say no. Like, you haven't been on TV for 2 months. How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard? Like, fans are excited. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Looks like, Sophie, you can stop spouting all this rumor mill crap. It's getting annoying. We're here to enjoy the stream, not marvel at your supposed knowledge. And Sophie's like, bull. And Robbie says, Dee loves to hate. She always hates on me all the time. It's because you're easy to hate on. So if you remember, Bull Buchanan Von Wagner is his son. Bull Buchanan. Do you remember a Bull
Buchanan. It sounds very familiar.
Did
but...
he have mongoloid face?
Bull Buchanan. Huh. I'd have to Google that one.
Anyways, Picola says, take care. Walter. And Robbie says, I think if Dee gave anyone credit, her body would spasm due to shock. Robbie says, ha ha ha. So he's like, yay, a new feud. Robbie's like, so who's your pick then, Dee? I don't have.
Did somebody just say a new feud? That is not a feud.
Your friend Sophie said it.
Calm down.
Film says, is Charlotte wrestling right now? No. Robbie says, Tony Storm finally made it out of catering. And Film says, Dewdrop sucks. And Sophie says, when NXT was on the WWE Network, no YouTube channel was covering it. They started to cover NXT when they went to the USA Network.
Right. A lot of people did. There was some that covered it, but not a lot.
It's Woods. He's talking.
Same with the UK stuff, the NXT UK.
Robbie's message retracted multiple times. Film says Charlotte be like, hell no.
Yeah, no.
Kofi's broken? Oh, dang. How sad for him. Piccolo's like, Dee, have you had an apple today? No? Why? Would it change anything? Robbie says, Dewdrop sucks on what? A lollipop? You know, a lot of people probably do that.
She knows how many licks it takes.
3.
1.
It probably only takes her 1.
3.
The Indicator says, okay, I'm back and everyone needs a chance. Travis, even those who live in catering. Hope Tony puts that on her beautiful waist. Make it tolerable again. As Luke says, did Trav just call Tony Storm Dutch? She's from freaking New Zealand, LOL. So she puts shrimps on Barbies.
All right, that match is happening now, by the way.
This is an elimination match, by the way.
The signature move, Senton Bomb Man.
Whoever
Jeff Hardy.
loses is off the SmackDown men's team. Oh my God, they're getting the list.
You just made the list.
Sophie's letting you know that Bull Buchanan was with Right to Censor.
I have no idea who that was.
Film says, I would love to see a match between Jordan Grace versus Dewdrop. Jordan Grace will destroy her.
Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace is the type of girl that looks better in clothes than not clothes. Just saying.
Who's Jordan Grace?
She's that really big, like, lady on... She's, like, 4'2", and she's, like, really thick. She's, like, works out all the time, and she shows her body off on Instagram all the time.
Oh, yes.
Literally with her underwear up her butthole, and, I mean,
right.
It's just crazy.
I thought that was Animal's daughter. From the Road Warriors, but I don't know if that's who that really is.
Right.
I just assumed it was. She looks just like him.
Maybe. Sophie says, how is your dog doing?
Better. My vet won't let me put him to sleep. I called with his death warrant the other day. All spry and ready to kill him. I was like, kill my baby. She's like, how's he acting?
He sounds like he's doing better.
He sounds like he's doing fantastic. We'll just let him live through Christmas. I'm like, death. Like, now I can't even kill my own dog.
Okay, so
what kind of America is this when you can't even kill your own dog? No, I'm just kidding.
We had kind of, like, set ourselves up that he wasn't going to, like, pull through this, but... He seems to be doing a little bit better. Piccola says, Barbies and shrimps in kangaroo pouches. Like actual Barbies? Like you put a Barbie and shrimp in there? Because that's kind of funny.
Like the plastic dolls with the blonde hair?
Yes, those Barbies. But the old school ones, where they haven't changed them to make them stupid. Just... It's a doll, and nobody said that you had to live up to that, but they're so dumb that they think everybody is retarded enough.
There's like 8 women in the world that try to be a Barbie doll. With all the weird surgeries and shit. They're like, we have to ban these.
They can't be like this. They have to be normal.
We have to ban this. This is ridiculous.
How dare she not be proportionate?
Because like 8 women in the world want to be a Barbie doll.
Because when I had Barbies as a kid, all I could think about was when I grew up, oh my God, I just want this tiny little waist. I want to be 6'4" and have long blonde hair and big boobies. I wanted to look like Charlotte Flair. That's what Charlotte did.
Before she got them lopped off.
Yeah, she was trying to be Barbie. How dare that bitch?
She forgot she doesn't have hips or an ass.
Let's see. As Vindicator says, come now. You can't be retracting messages as a mod. You have to be strong in your convictions. Luke never once retracted, even when he's right sometimes. LOL. Film says, Miss D, so true. And Vindicator says, I'm wrong all the time and still never retract. Whatever. Vindicator, liar. Liar! I call liar on you. You take your messages back all the time. Looks like Vin hushed you. And Sophie says, Mercedes Martinez, AEW didn't offer a deal to her before she signed with the WWE. I don't give a good goddamn rat's ass. I just don't. Piccolo's like, Jesus, chat went dark. Vindicator's like, meh. And Film says, what Barbies cooking up Barbies? What? Looks like Sophie, please give it a rest for a bit. And Vindicator says, hey, is the dog in question Angus? No, it's Argus.
Argus, yeah, close enough. Like a cow.
Angus is Scottish. Argus is Greek. Robbie says, so do you think Liv has a chance to go far in wrestling? Sure. About as far as the corner so you can cry about it.
I'm just glad that she's getting her title shot against the man. It'll be over pretty soon, and then that'll be the last we hear of it.
Film's like, ha, ha, ha. And Robbie's like, Sophie on some long ting. And Sophie says, don't put him to sleep unless the dog is ready to be put to sleep. That's what we did 4 years ago on Valentine's Day. We put our dog to sleep. Was he ready to be put to sleep, or did you just decide for him that it was time for him to go to sleep?
Like, he couldn't even lift his head up, right? Like, he was in such bad shape. And then we put him on these antibiotics, like amoxicillin, and he came out of it.
He had pneumonia, my friends.
He was in really bad shape. Infected throughout his whole body. Yeah. Oozing out of holes.
Nicole says, I'm totally buying. I need to speak to a manager Barbie for Christmas.
The Karen Barbie.
What does it look like? Does it look like Bailey? Because she looks like somebody that would do that. Sophie says, you both looking a lot better than you did this whole week, by the way. Thanks. So normally we look like
So
crap.
she's like this
That's
super popular girl in the back.
Because she's new and everybody wants to help her out.
She's like the new girl.
Helpless. Oh, I'm so helpless. Oh, help me. Oh, I'm so helpless. I can't do things for myself. Oh. You really think that? Ollie, you have a baby on the way at home. Just keep it in your pants.
No.
Film says Liv Morgan, to be honest, has zero chance of beating Becky Lynch.
Right, but it gets her the title shot that the fans have been looking for.
I want her to have a title shot.
And it can last all the way up until day one.
Don't worry, she can cry in the corner after the fact, okay? Robbie's like, Dee, weren't you a Riot Squad fan before they split? I was not.
You didn't like the Riot Squad?
I didn't even know anything about them. I didn't watch it at that point.
I really did like the Riot Squad. I liked Ruby Riot.
I never watched wrestling, guys.
Ruby Riot was one of my absolute favorites.
I was forced into this at gunpoint. Film's like, oh no, not a Karen Barbie doll. And Pico's like, nope, that's Ding Dong Hello Barbie. Robbie says, I feel for you and Travis having to pay for WWE pay-per-view. Yeah, Robbie, why don't you help us out so we don't have to pay for it on our own?
I don't pay for it. I pay for the Peacock.
I pay for the privilege.
But AEW pay-per-view tomorrow will cost money.
Sophie says the dog's mom and our roommate decided to put the dog to sleep since we found out she had lung cancer.
That's tough. Sorry about that.
But was the dog ready, or did you guys just go, oh, you have lung cancer? We're going to kill you off now so that we don't have to deal with you. That's what it sounds like. That you
don't let them suffer with cancer for very long.
You don't know that they did. They said that they found out she had lung cancer and then they put her to sleep, basically the next day.
Right.
Oh, she has lung cancer. Kill it.
What usually happens is that there's something wrong, and so you take it in to find out what's wrong, and then you find out what it is, and then it's unfixable.
Did you guys at least give the dog a bucket list to finish out before you do? Did you give him a final meal?
What kind of meal?
I don't know. What would your final meal be if somebody had to put you to sleep? I wish we could put people to sleep.
I would say, well, yeah, a lot of people do. They've been fighting for that for years. Jack Kevorkian was in prison for it.
Yeah, well, he had it right. Although it should just be randomly, you could just put people to sleep.
Right. Yeah, Dahmer tried that one. It didn't work. He tried to eat them for their last meal, too. He's like, I'm going to eat you for your last meal.
He had it right. That's how you should do it.
John Wayne Gacy just liked the little boys. He's like, I want to put these little boys to sleep.
But Sophie's like, but we found a new dog the next day. Yeah, you're really heartbroken about that dog dying, weren't you?
Yeah, I could never do that.
Film's like, let me guess, is Bailey still not on TV yet? No.
She won't be on TV for a while.
P. Cole says, who admits they were Riot Squad fans?
Squad
fans probably do.
Right. So
Luke probably does.
I wasn't a Riot Squad fan because it was weird that they came because Paige had just come out with a group. I can't remember the name of them, but it was Sonya Deville,
poor
Paige,
Jeff got
and Mandy Rose. And they came first. God, what were they called? Like Intuition or something? I can't remember. Anyways, and then Riot Squad showed up on like on Friday's show. Mm-hmm. So it was like the B show, the Riot Squad. So they looked like they were secondary. It was just dumb that they did that. They brought in 2 3-man women teams. And so obviously the Paige team looked like the legit team with Mandy and Sonya. Evolution? Absolution.
Thanks, Luke.
I was getting there. It was coming.
It was in his brain, but not. Minikitty says, oh God, they are setting Aaliyah up to be a floozy. It didn't work with Mella, and Aaliyah is 1,000 times hotter. Why keep doing it? You know what they about insanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results. Yeah, but I don't know if she's really being a floozy or if she's just being a helpless girl.
Yeah, she's
like, to me, it sounded more like she was like, help me, I can't help myself. That's kind of what it was to me. Not so much, look at me, I'm gonna, go sleep in your bed. kind of crap. Like, that didn't come across at all. It was more like, I'm helpless. I can't do anything for myself.
I'm a dame.
Oh no, I'm a girl. I mean, ugh, barf. I mean, great, good for them, and maybe she likes that kind of stuff, but to me it's like, ugh.
She just got pulled up to the main roster. She's going to do whatever she's told to do.
Well, she better, or else she'll be treated like Liv and cry in the corner. Robbie says, I keep telling you how to get the wrestling for free, but you didn't take my advice.
I haven't. I can't trust it, though. I can't do that and then it not work.
Yeah, wonder if it doesn't work and we're in the middle of it and they ban us forever and you guys are like, where'd you guys go? I'm like, well, we died because they took away all of our internet.
Okay, well, that wouldn't happen. That's not what my concern is.
That's my concern.
Mine would be I can't see it. And I'm trying to do a wrestling show, but it's not there.
Film says losing a dog sucks. Yes, it does. Vindicator says, so far, Duluth versus Sophia has been the best match of the night. 45 minutes to go through. LOL. And Chris says, Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins promo battle would be funny. Rollins versus Sami Zayn
right.
promo battle would be funny. Yes, it would. Sophie says, at least you got 2 other dogs whenever your sick dog actually gets put to sleep.
Yeah, there's a good possibility.
How it works.
It doesn't, but I understand where you're coming from. But the reality of it is
that's not how it works at all.
I understand the like where she's coming from.
I don't. I think that's selfish.
Right.
It's a selfish way to look at it.
Okay, so you can't see it by any...
that dog means absolutely nothing. You know you have 2 others.
Right, but you do see where she's coming from. Like you're just not all of a sudden by yourself. It's like, oh, how many kids do you have? Okay, if one dies, it's not a big deal. Because you have other seeds.
Oh my god, that's way worse.
It's not worse. It's just a different way of looking at something.
Yeah.
But anyways, where she's coming from, what I'm coming from is it's not necessarily. All 3 of my dogs are in really bad shape. One could die any time. Any seizure could be his last.
True.
So.
But other than that, he's pretty normal.
Right, but he has seizures.
At least he moves around, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
At least you can take him outside and he goes to the bathroom on his own.
Right, but the other 2, you have to maneuver yourself with instruments that you have to put around them for them to walk. So we got 2 that are crippled and 1 that has seizures.
But hey, if we get rid of the sick one that is like basically our baby,
All right, Sami Zayn's got him in a chin lock.
Like Travis and I talked about it a lot that he should have been an only dog. Literally. Like, he's our baby. So, yeah. It will be a lot harder.
Sami Zayn had to drop that hold there as Jeff slips underneath. Hits him right on top of the head. And again, look at the swinging.
That's hilarious.
He's coming down on top of his head.
Well,
it's like the Three
They're
Stooges.
like the same height. Picola says euthanasia is something you just don't sleep on. No, it's permanent. And that's how it is. Robbie says Bailey and Sasha were the best thing on SmackDown. Sophie says, I was never a big Riot Squad fan. Film says, and that's where Paige had no choice but to retire. How is busting the tears for that?
Yeah, that sucks. That was just a shitty deal all the way around. And it's not Sasha's fault. I know it looks like that a lot of the time, especially if you watch any of the highlights of it.
Happens, guys.
But her neck was already injured. Like Sasha didn't
do it, and
she
then
didn't injure her
neck. Picola says absolute vodka. Yeah, absolution.
Yep.
And
oh!
says, I was very sad and
Twist
disappointed that Paige had a neck injury that was so strong she would never wrestle
Jeff
again.
had him, I thought.
He thought he was going to win, but Sammy got out of it, because that's Sammy for you. So if he says, I wonder where Bliss and Asuka are. They both haven't been seen for months. Supposedly Asuka has some kind of injury, and Alexa got a surgery.
Yeah, she had her face operated on.
Chris
and it looks fine. Her face looks fine. She was on Instagram taking pictures on Halloween. She looks pretty.
Why wouldn't her face look okay?
She had nostril surgery.
She had nostril surgery. Her nostrils were all sorts of fucked up. So she went and had them redone.
Oh! So close. Sami Zayn almost had him right there.
Got Jeff Hardy the lose.
Oh, Jeff takes his head and just drives that shin right in there.
Because if so, he won't be on the team anymore. Chris says, delete the funny acting skills. Film says, I'm ready for Bliss to come back. She's my number one girl. Robbie says, you can trust it. Mine works all the time. Pico says, yeah, Leo will co-main event WrestleMania with Dewdrop by 2024.
Oh, fuck. Twist of fate. That might be it.
Predictions,
Sammy's done. Jeff's going up top.
Sophie says, did you notice that 5 women got called up to the main roster by Paige with Mandy Rose, Sonya, Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha?
That's it. Sammy's done. Shit. That's sucky. 1, 2, and 3. I actually like Sammy now. It's funny because if, like, Luke would know this. Sammy was my least favorite wrestler besides Daniel Bryan in all of wrestling.
Yeah, that's really weird. Film says Dewdrop should not be in WWE. And Chris says, D, please more funny imitations of Morgan crying and Aaliyah being helpless.
Help me, I'm poor.
Help me, I'm a helpless female. I don't know what to do with myself.
I was having such a good day.
I don't know what happened. They just told me I wasn't on the team anymore. Ah! And then 2 guys come to help her, and she's like, oh my God, can you totally help me? I don't know how to help myself.
I was on the team, and then they cut me. I need to transfer to Raw so I can be on their team.
I didn't use my pumps the right way. Oh my goodness. Robbie says, D, why are you the coolest? I'm probably not.
Look at here. He's going to get deleted.
Aww.
Delete. No.
Oh, it's an opening forever gone. Luke's like, did Trav really just say you have other seeds? What the fuck is up with you two tonight? LOL. Travis is like, it's fine if you have other children. If you lose one, it's okay.
I'm just saying.
That is not...
Like, I see where people get these weird thoughts in their head.
Yeah, well, that's just not right. Sophie says, how old are your dogs? Not old enough to die.
8, 7, and 4.
Not old enough to die. Sophie says D is the most annoying.
9.
Am I?
9,
That's
8,
fantastic,
and
Sophie.
4.
You're more annoying. So, So whoever is the most, you're the most of the most.
Or 8.
And I have to read your
8.
stupid comments.
He's born at 13 and it's 21. So that's 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
8, 7, and 4.
Film says, speaking of your dog, is he or she doing all right?
Better-ish.
He eats food and drinks water. That's always a plus. Vindicator says, easy, Sophie. We don't need Lady D leaving the chat. Let's all get along. It's the holiday season. Why are you putting a fucking Santa Claus on there, Vindicator? I'm completely offended.
You're offended by Santa Claus.
So I was like, are you guys going to
Gender
have
and
any
chicky.
vacations during the holiday season? No, we're going to be here to annoy the fuck out of you all season long. Film says not he, she. I meant to say she. Got it, Film. I knew what you meant. So it was like, when will Miz be back on WWE TV since he got eliminated from Dancing with the Stars a couple weeks ago?
Ice, ice, shaky. Ice, ice, shaky.
He spits on fire.
Just let him spit some fire.
They're making fun of Hero. That's hilarious.
We're here for the culture, the swag, the drip, and the shoes.
Film's like, Misty is so funny, and Film's like, I love Misty, you're awesome. Chris says Ricochet will replace Sammy, or Aaliyah will join the men's team. Oh God, Chris, no. Jacob of Jeans in the chat. Hey, Jacob says AEW next. If you want to watch Rampage, it is on after SmackDown. We will not be here. Film says what I meant by not he is she. She's my number one girl.
I wonder if people just rushed the stage and almost killed each other.
I bet they did.
After seeing that display.
They were so excited. Sophie wants to know how old your dogs are and people yours. What's 7 times 8?
Oh my God. 57.
What's 7 times 7?
49.
What's 7 times 4?
28.
There you go. 56, 49, and 24. Lucky you. Use a calculator. Chris says Travis's fave theme, gender. Yeah, but he didn't play his theme song. He was just out there.
Hopefully they wrestle
singing.
here pretty soon.
Singing. gonna get us in trouble.
I know, I'm turning it down.
Looks like Sophie, I don't know what's going on, nor do I care. But if you keep talking smack about one of the streamers, I'll deal with you myself. Just chill out. Yeah, Luke, why don't you go to their house and beat them up for me? Sophie's fine. Sophie's just as annoying. Film's like, well, I said it for the second time. Just annoyed that one. You're fine. Rob is like, D, you're such a card. Keep the impressions coming. And Jamal McGee's in the chat.
Hey,
Jamal says Shanky tapping into his inner 8 Mile.
Yeah, right.
he should go platinum. Vindicator says,
The Shankopotamus.
I used to get lumps of coal from Santa all the time, so now I have been reminded that I should be offended by him too. If you got lumps of coal, at least then you could start a fire and you could keep warm. There's always
They usually don't give
lining.
you quite enough.
Film says, what if Sami Zayn gets replaced by Jordan Grace? Film, it's not going to happen, dude. They're not going to replace a dude with a girl, guys. Stop. That's not going to happen. Chris is like, Veer. And Film says, in other words, Sami Zayn is going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Robbie says, D, I didn't know you we such a lady. Ha ha. That you were such a lady? Are you talking about the fact that I can make fun of Aaliyah and her weird girliness? Because that's what girls do.
It's a long-ass commercial break, I think.
It's the longest one ever. Like, well, if we waste enough time with
The
commercials,
cleaning lady.
we will have to come back and do recaps. I'm surprised they're not showing a recap of Raw right now, saying what happened.
Right?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my cord out of the thing.
You were having a seizure. Sophie's like, we are almost done, and Dee could go to bed or do whatever she does after she watches Smackdown.
What do you do?
Not have to read people's dumb comments, that's for sure. And then I could go annoy other people. And just run around the neighborhood annoying people as much as possible. Chris says Shotzi will join men's team. Yes, because she's already on the women's team. Why would she join the men's team if she's on the women's team, Chris? You make no sense.
They're going to do a mixed gender team. No more gender roles in WWE.
I was like, Shotzi should fire herself out of the tank. I think she got rid of her tank. They made sure she couldn't have it
Yeah,
anymore.
no, after last Monday, I think she wrote her tank off of her storylines, it sounded like.
You know, and I think the only reason why they did that, though, is because...
Vince hates cool entrances.
No. Could you imagine having to try to get that to every single show? You know what I mean? Like, because in NXT, they're kind of stationed, right? They're stationary. They don't go anywhere, so it's fine. If she has something like that, but... Could you imagine trying to, like, put that,
I get it.
you know, with the thing or whatever? I think it would
Zai!
just be hard.
Lee. They better not fuck this one up.
Yeah, this is one I hope they don't mess up, but they probably will.
They need to headline her in China.
As Vindicator says, Xylee should replace Aaliyah.
Maybe that will be the
As Chris
replacement.
says, here's Xylee's promo, right? Says Misty, do you think Red Velvet will soon become AEW Women's Champion? No, honey, that's not going to happen.
Coming soon, so either she's here next week and gets the open hole, or it's going to be after.
Yeah, we're all waiting that arrival. Yeah, leave Sophie alone. Sophie doesn't know how to be a normal human. Rob is like, Shotzi should
Ridge
fire
Holland!
herself. And Film says Misty is not annoying, she's sweet. And Sophie says Travis is the coolest. You know what, Sophie? If you think Travis is the coolest, then you should live with him. Because he's not.
Why are you inviting people to live with me?
Because they want to say you're so cool.
I'm pretty cool.
He's not.
I mean, if you think the other side of the pillow's cool, because that's how cool I am.
God, if you have to say that you're cool, then you definitely are not cool. In any way. Chris says we need Walter. Which Walter?
The Walter
We
in
have
wrestling.
Ridge Holland. Isn't he like a Walter?
Oh my God, no!
He's not. Why
He's a
isn't he?
rugby player.
Don't they talk the same? They talk pretty close to the same. They're kind of in the same vicinity of countries.
Jesus Christ. He wants some Sheamus. There's Cesaro. We are the bar.
Ha 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 ha. So cheesy. Ridge Holland's shininess is annoying. I don't like it. So he doesn't want to beat Sheamus?
No, he wants to be Sheamus.
Him?
Yes.
Ew.
He's got a bromance.
He's like, I love him so much. I want to just be friends with him. I want to be in his locker. I want to be in his duffel bag. I want to be his jockstrap.
I want him to roll me up and put him in his vagina.
Ridge Holland loves Sheamus. Oh my god. I did not gather that from the last time.
Yeah, no, that's what they've been saying.
Film says, I love Misty and Travis. You guys are the best. That's right, we are the fucking best. Robbie says, D, never stop being you. Your personality is the one. Ha ha. Isn't it though? It is the best. I can't be anybody else but myself. Travis tries to oppress it quite often.
The power of positivity.
You need to oppress your personality. This was the best thing that ever happened.
To Raw. There, look, positivity.
Yay.
Dominic.
Somebody getting beat the fuck up.
Dominic.
Rey Mysterio's
Bobby
son.
Lashley taking
a
a
spot.
spot.
Deserve a name. And then she had to get all up in her face, and Dewdrop was like, I wasn't even talking to you, bitch. I'm talking to Sonya, not you. And then she's over there like, I did it! Ah, the crybaby in the corner! I'm totally gonna get that.
Oh, by the way, it's your Raw recap.
I told you it would happen. Here it is, Raw recap. As Chris says, Dewdrop is a hero for helping Liv win.
Yes.
Dewdrop is a hero for beating the poop out of Belair. Go, Dewdrop!
Bianca got so old so quick.
Robbie says D and Travis have the vibes live, yo. Yeah, totally. What happened was a plan between me and Kevin.
Oh, shit.
He's such an
We've planned it out weeks in advance.
We totally planned it out. I was going to pretend not to be his friend, but we're really friends. And then I was going to, like, beat you up and do something, and then he was going to take advantage of that. And then Kevin Owens was like, fuck it, I'm going to be an asshole. So he beats the crap out of Big E, too.
He does.
Feels like Bliss is so hot and sexier than Dewdrop.
Yes. Most...
What? No, that's ridiculous talk right there.
I mean, Kevin Owens might be.
The sexy man in his little jumpy one suit. Oh, that's why he went after Big E, because Big E wouldn't get the hell out of his way, and so he got counted out.
Kevin Owens shouldn't have been, or Big E shouldn't have been out there.
He shouldn't have been in the fucking way. And then he didn't get out of the way fast enough. What a jackass. That guy deserves to be
Big E
up.
shouldn't have been out there. Good for Kevin on this one.
Yeah, good for him.
Kevin was in the
poop out of
right.
him.
Big E was just in the way.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
beat
have been
the
out there in the
crap
first
out of
place.
him. Yeah. Show him who's boss. I'd rip my hair out too if I was him.
Pop up powerbomb right on the apron.
I hope you have lower back problems, bitches. Chris is like, do the dewdrop dance. I didn't know she had one.
It's how she comes down to the ring.
Oh, I can't do that. No, thank you. I would probably knock myself out with my boob. Films like KO finally turned heel. The fans like the heel Kevin Owens. Vindicator's like, she asked, and my boss man delivered a Raw recap just for you, Dalethea. I told Travis it would happen.
Head of the table.
That's what's happening. They're waiting. He was like, why is this commercial so long? I was like, yeah, because they needed a Raw recap. And sure the fuck enough, they did it. I was like, D, I wish I was more like you. Ha ha ha. You're such a sarcastic bastard. Like, seriously. You're such a jackass. Chris is like, Travis, is that you giving Biggie power bombs?
Yes.
Yes. You get a power bomb. You get a power bomb. You get a power bomb. So, why is he coming out first?
It's head of the table.
I know, but why would you want the thing to come out second? The supposed Woods thing, king, or whatever.
They want people to pay attention. If Roman's already out there, they'll pay attention. If Roman's not out there, they're not going to pay attention.
I don't want to pay attention either. I guess my YouTube died.
Acknowledge your tribal chief.
Acknowledge your tribal chief.
I wonder if Kenny Omega acknowledges the tribal chief. He's been champion for 438 days. About the second week of January, guys, it will be his when he passes Brock.
Is Brock the one who holds it the longest so far?
It's not Finn Balor. He had it less than 1 day. Well, or 1 day.
Serpents. Films like Powerbomb Party. Robbie said something about my voice sounding like Cartman from South Park with that voice. Oh my god. How is that even possible? Travis sounds like Cartman. Chris has thoughts on the third Uso on NXT. He could have some potential to be a champ on main roster.
He's not very tall. That's the thing I noticed about him that stuck out. I don't know if he's as tall as the other two Usos, but if he is, then absolutely. He just didn't look very tall. He kind of looked like a little guy. Like height-wise.
The film says Braun Breaker will defeat Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal title.
What year?
Chris says Reigns finally beat Punk's title record, but still not better than Walter.
Walters doesn't count, guys.
Walters is an
It was a pandemic, and he wasn't wrestling. And it's not even the same company.
Yeah. It's NXT UK. That person's sign on the other side of it says, "Hi, Mom." On the back side. Robbie says the problem with Big at ES Champ is that people will get bored of his gimmick.
Yeah.
Already bored.
Been bored since before he started.
Film says 2023. That'll be the year for Braun Breaker in 2023.
2023 WrestleMania. So that is coming up rather soon, right? Like a year and a half.
Year and a half, about.
You got Braun Breaker beating Roman Reigns, huh?
And you think that Roman Reigns is going to keep it through that? That's insane.
Oh, he probably won't keep it that whole time, but he'll get it back. He's the head of the table. He's the tribal chief. Who would you rather have champion? Honestly, come on. Oh, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, so I could fall asleep.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. So you got to have Roman be champion or you're going to fall asleep.
I don't care. I really just don't at this point. Like,
you'd rather Drew than Roman? No.
We've already been through that.
We had both of them, actually.
Yes. As Chris says, it's still the WWE company. No.
Yeah, but one's a development of a developmental.
And it's in another country. It doesn't even count. No. The UK doesn't count as a country. Nope. Nope. I'm sorry.
It's like where your bloodline came from. That counts.
Whatever. My parents were born here in the States. I don't know what you're talking about. Robbie says D, but you love me for it though.
I'm like 70% English.
You make my life so much better. Chris says, and it's actually a 3-year title reign, only 1 year not competing, still 2 years as champ. But still, that's a whole year where he didn't have to compete for anything.
Right, not to mention...
And they were still competing in WWE, Raw and SmackDown champions were still competing and defending their titles.
And NXT was also.
Because of where he decided to stay. Now, he didn't have to stay in the UK, but he fucking decided to be a lazy bastard and stayed there and didn't do anything about his title and defending it.
It's where he lived, and that's where everybody defends their title. That's your league.
Don't care. He could have totally left.
You think he could have came to Florida, stayed the whole pandemic, and wrestled?
Yep. Sophie says, so Roman will break Brock's Universal title reign either before the Rumble or on the day of the Rumble.
It would be after. It's about the 17th, I believe, is when that runs out. I would assume day one might be when he wrestles Roman, and we'll find out.
Fucking Beagle. Phil says Finn Balor should be WWE Universal Champion. And Robbie says, D, I bet you could do the sharpshooter better than Natty. Probably not. Beagle says, we were on a break. We just watched that episode of Friends. It was on the TV the other day, and I can't remember what we were doing, but I put it on Friends because it was something that was on that's mundane that we've seen before. And it was that episode where they were talking about how Ross cheated on Rachel because we were on a break, he says.
Chandler and Joey and the other people are in the room. They
They're
got themselves barricaded.
Monica's bedroom for like the freaking whole night. Sophie's like, thanks to Ring of Honor, NXT was a thing. Beagle says, thought Pac was the bastard. He is the bastard, but not anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, the bastard Pac.
Does he call himself the bastard over there? No, there, good for him. Vindicator says, this bending of the knee garbage is so ridiculous, easily forgettable in 48 hours. Like, why do these 21st century, highly educated writers struggle to make tangible storylines and gimmicks? What's funny is that you're saying that it's forgettable in 48 hours, and I forgot all about it already. And it's been, 5 seconds or 2 minutes since they said something about it or showed something about it. I totally forgot that that's what kind of match it was. How funny is that? So it was like, at least they mentioned the Sheamus Cesaro history, and it looks like they are setting up a Ridge Holland Cesaro feud.
Yes.
Well, they can't have a Ridge Holland Sheamus feud.
Well, they will.
Because they want to be friends. Ridge Holland wants to be Sheamus's jockstrap, everybody. Robbie's like, Chief in UK slang means snake grass, someone who is sly.
Right.
Well, that's not what it means here, Chief. Vindicator says, it's not effing rocket science. I think it's fucking rocket science. Robbie says, and not to be trusted. Well, because snakes usually aren't trustable. They do try to bite you. Sophie says, remember the episode of Friends after Ross and Rachel got back together? No.
Well, which time?
Like the 8th time? The 22nd time?
I mean, I've seen them all. We binged it once.
Chris says Aaliyah will bend the knee. To which one, Ricochet or Ali?
Jeff Hardy.
Ooh, Jeff Hardy.
I think she liked Jeff better last week.
Yep. Robbie says, word to your mother, whoever was bigging up their mom in the chat. There was somebody bigging up their mama?
Word to your mother.
Word to your mom. Mommity moms. Sophie says Sheamus is a shower for some reason. The WWE sees them as tag guys, not single guys. Film says CM Punk hates Hulk Hogan. Now we know what's really wrong with CM Punk. CM Punk is garbage, and I don't care what he likes or doesn't like. He is like the worst human being.
Next Friday, look at that. Sasha Banks versus Shotzi.
Rawr. Yeah, beat the hell out of her. Sophie says the one after the beach. Film says, I love watching Friends. Yeah, the one after she wrote him the whole letter. She wrote him that letter, and he couldn't stay awake to read it, and he pretended that he read it. And he said he agreed.
I remember the letter and all that.
Remember?
Yeah, but the letter said something about the
And then she brought it up later on about that he was saying he was sorry because they
was on a break.
They weren't on a break, and that was his thing because they were on a break.
Because it's in the letter.
And then he's like,
break.
I do not agree to that. And then they broke up again. See, it didn't take long. Piccolo says, yo to the extreme.
There. Look, Woods got his own music, guys.
So he's not New Day anymore. It's just Woods. Sweet. Sophie says that the film says I love watching Friends, and Piccolo says yo to the extreme. And Chris says Aaliyah will bend the knee to Roman. And Vindicator says Shotzi's promo picture is terrifying, yet still very sensual. Film says I love Tay Conte. And Piccolo says don't talk about my Cookie Monster. Robbie says Vindicator Shotzi would eat you alive. So he says Rachel wrote him like an 8-page letter on why they broke up. But they weren't really on a break. So dumb. Film says, I want to see Gonzalez and Dana Brooke as a tag team. Why?
What?
Why?
What the fuck? Random shit. It's like you have.
We've already had it.
It sounds like Tourette's.
It's called Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, okay? We've already seen it. Already seen it.
That's like wrestling Tourette's. I'm already disappointed in this match. He should have already beat Woods.
Already, it should have been done.
This is ridiculous that it's going this long.
It's gonna go forever. Fuck. It's like fucking 15 minutes of shit fuck.
There's 12 minutes left.
It's a fucking garbage fest.
There's no way Woods lasts this long against Roman Reigns.
Oh, this is so dumb. I don't even know why people do what they do. Why do I have an unopened snap from you? What'd you send me?
Holy crap. What?
I opened that and looked at it. Did you say that we needed more of them?
I haven't touched that. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's from earlier when you took the thing out of the...
Last night?
Yeah, or whatever, when you sent that to me.
I just can't believe this match has went this long.
Yeah, Sophie Ross got divorced 3 times in the whole series. I'm surprised they didn't get divorced more than that. Probably says Film Nation,
Ross got married and divorced 3 times?
during that show, yeah.
I remember 2.
There was 3.
Because he was with the lesbian, right?
The first one where he had a kid.
Yeah. And then the one he marries in Europe.
England, that's Emily.
And then divorced. But who else?
I think him and Rachel got married.
Not a surprise. I didn't know they got married, though. I mean, I guess maybe at the end. I don't remember how it ends. Doesn't Monica and Chandler just move?
Yeah, they move out of the apartment and move away into a house with their twin babies.
Oh, they have
Robbie
babies?
Says, yeah. Robbie says, Foundation, by the way, BTS, that would be so rusty. Film says, let's go Sasha Banks. But Sasha's not wrestling right now. So
Nope, next week.
Chris says that was out of left field. Raquel Gonzalez and Dana Brooks all come up with a random team. People's like, is this even in a steel cage? No, it's not in a steel cage. But here's like Travis and Dalethea. You notice Woods is dressed exactly like Leo Rush from the other night, only it's not a full bodysuit. Well, maybe he feels okay about his chestal region. So if he's like, I've been watching Married with Children and Everybody Loves Raymond. What good series they were.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Robbie says, D, you would need a translator if you came to London. Well, I'll make sure and call you up for you to translate for me. Since I won't be able to understand a word any English-speaking person says. Sophie says Annie married Rachel in Vegas. That's what I said. He married Rachel.
Oh, that's right.
They got married in Vegas. They were all drunk and stupid, and they got married.
Right. I didn't know they got a divorce, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she wanted it.
I thought they got an annulment.
It was a big deal. Like, he wouldn't sign the papers and all this stuff, and she was like, sign your goddamn papers. And he finally did it. Ayla's back in the chat, though. Hey, Ayla. How's Ayla? How you doing? Long time no see. Robbie, don't boo Ayla. As Vindicator says, who's Ayla? If Chris says Tony Storm and Shotzi random tag team. I don't know if that's really that random. Bucola says, I'm going to go to London just to ride a double-decker bus. Yeah, and have people talk at you so you don't know what they're saying.
Ride the Hogwarts Express. Go to platform. What is it? 42 and a half? I can't remember the number.
Oh my god, so you know this? You're like...
I can't ever think
fan.
of it.
Harry Potter
37 and a half.
Film says I want to
Oh,
see
and a
them
third.
as a team tag so they can flex their muscles. So you want to see Dana Brooke and Raquel Gonzalez as a tag team.
So you can watch them
so
flex.
So they can flex their muscles. I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Raquel is losing some weight, but she's still a little soft. But Dana's definitely stacked. She has big muscles.
Sophie says that storyline when Ross and Rachel getting married and Ross not wanting to get divorced for a third time was funny. And Ayla says there'll be a home for sale down the road from you guys in spring. Our realtor is our realtor, so we have an inn.
Which house?
Which one is it? What's the address? Chris says Bliss and Dana Brooke team up. I don't know if that's really that more random.
No, it's definitely not more random. That's just two blondes.
I don't find that random at all.
One's a giant and the other one is a bodybuilder. It was weird. The giant.
No more weird than freaking Gonzalez and Dakota Kai.
Well, yeah, but they were already together.
They were besties. So he's like about Dana Brooke and Dakota Kai as the tag team. No. Films like question marks, upside down question marks.
Aaliyah and like Shayna Baszler or something. That'd be weird, awkward.
It's the same thing as Rhea and Nikki. Same fucking shit.
Yeah.
Robbie's like Dana Brooke should stay at home.
She should be in quarantine for the rest of her wrestling career.
Chris says, what? What are you talking about? Chris says Xylee and Dana Brooke's tag team. Ayla says Solomon is the last name of the owner. 14 something is the address. I'm not sure, but it's just over the hill on the road.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, hopefully spring's kind of a shitty time to buy because that's when the market goes up.
It's already up. How much more up can it go? I mean, seriously.
Well, winter it dips, and then in spring it goes up.
Can you just end this now, please, and then talk for like 10 minutes or something? I would rather you just sit there and talk.
Well, I just don't know how Woods is lasting this long. This is dumb. This is like
bullshit.
an AEW match.
This is like bullshit crap. They're like, well, Woods, we know he's so good because, he did this. And it's like, he is garbage, and he can't do shit on his own.
It's like they forgot that these guys from New Day are mid-carders at best.
Not just that, but he's a fucking tag team guy. He's not a fucking singles wrestler. Blech. Barfo. So he's like, Ross did have a baby with Rachel and the son they forgot that he had since season 1 that shows up every once in a while during the series. Robbie says, Friends to me is not funny. And it's a hit and miss, Robbie.
Some of it's good.
Ayla
I get
says, we'll see how it goes, right? And Pico says none of those combinations would be Abaddon and Riho. There you go. That is like a very awkward teaming up right there. I mean, you'd have to worry about getting bit constantly.
Poor Riho.
Poor little thing. She'd be like, ah! But she'd try to be all like perky and bubblegummy about it, like, ah. Abaddon would be looking at her like she's some kind of fucking cotton candy snack. Sophie's like, did you guys watch How I Met Your Mother? It came out like a year after Friends ended. Nope, never watched it.
I've never
been
watched
interested in it. Looks really stupid. Robbie says, Ayla, what you saying these days? And Chris says she wants to bend that knee.
1, 2, and Roman just kicks out.
Vindicator says, Travis, who would win a hypothetical match between Roman Reigns versus Lance Archer?
Roman Reigns.
Ayla says, what am I saying? Not sure, Ayla. What are you saying?
Roman wins everything.
What have you been saying these days? Been talking a lot of meat lately, huh? And where the hell have you been anyway?
I mean, obviously in WWE.
Very disappointed in you not hanging out. Why don't you text me anymore? You're so mean. Film's like, I think Dana Brooke should do some stripping for the WWE Universe. Woo.
Yeah, like an OnlyFans. So she's relevant. She tried to strip during WrestleMania. She showed her boobies. They were out. Like, you could see her nipples. Pretty sure that was WrestleMania, wasn't it? It was right around WrestleMania time when her boobs were all out.
Oh, jeez.
Rock bottom. Or Iramugi, or whatever they call that move.
And that should be it. There's no way he would get out of that.
Come on.
They're just pushing this fucking Woods thing to a non-believable point at this point.
Woods isn't good. Ugh. Deal with it. Mm-hmm. Oos.
Robbie says, yeah, what you saying, Ayla? You cool, been up to much. Ayla says, I locked my phone and keys in the cat today. I had to walk to Butcher Block.
Poor cat.
The poor fucking cat. Oh my god, I didn't even know you could walk him.
Oh, he's gonna pin him.
That's how it should be.
So this is setting up for Survivors. This is what I thought would happen.
Okay, so they DQ'd that.
Right, as you should. And then Big E should show up here to set up his match against Roman.
But he can't.
Ooh, why?
Did he get beat up by Kevin Owens so bad that he can't do anything for himself?
I would assume he'd be able to show up.
So is Roman going to be upset or happy that they came out and helped him? Because in all reality, he lost, right?
Yeah, he lost either way. Supposedly, he was getting pinned there because Woods is so great.
Sophie says, everybody loves Raymond is like my mom's family because they lived across the street from each other on Long Island.
That's pretty funny. My family was that way, too, with my Uncle Larry and my Aunt Carrie. They lived across the street from my grandparents. Or in the same driveway.
Oh, look, they took the crown and they're going to put it on Roman's head. Ayla says,
look, he said he was going to take a knee.
Excuse. That's funny.
Roman said he'd take a knee.
That's pretty funny.
Now they can't strip his title from him.
Because he took the crown?
Because he took it. Because he said he would kneel after if he loses. So he kneeled, they put the crown on his head, and he raised up.
That's funny.
He's got the crown now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so grateful for this, and hopefully he keeps it. This is what they did with Corbin. So it's perfect. Keep that on him.
Like that he stole his crown.
Keep it in like a little a metal box or something.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's see.
Gotta make a pit stop.
Sophie says that and Ayla says crippling depression is my only excuse. Ayla says car, haha, not cat. Oh my lord. Film says it says what watching Friends is so funny. Picola says I've locked my keys in the car and it was running. I mean, who even, right? But how could you lock your keys in the car when the car is running? Like my vehicles, even the old ones, don't really let you do that. Like if the key is like in it, it won't, and you're started the car, it will not let you like lock it. It's really weird. Sophie says Mary with Charlotte when I was young and that show was around when I was old enough. That's when I ended. And Luna says I'm gone. And Robbie says Ayla, only you could do that. Raleigh says usually Kofi is there, but he's injured with MCL sprain. Ouch. Just to let you know, loving the stream as always, guys. Thanks. Gothlesia was in the chat, but now they're yawning and going to bed probably. Chris says Reigns should cut promo after SmackDown and say, Aaliyah, the tribal chief, demand that you bring your ass out here and bend the knee for the big dog, LOL. Ayla says, yeah, my car was on too, and Jordan, who had the other set of keys, was a 45-minute drive away, so yes, my car died, haha. Robbie says Nikki needs to cut that BS Marvel superhero crap. Vindicator says, well, somewhat predictable ending. Well, anyway, I'm getting ready for the A show, Rampage. See you guys on Monday. Picola says, keeping up with glasses and car keys were a tough task in my 20s. And Luke says, Scarlett started her OnlyFans 2 days after her release. She already has 30K subscribers paying $19.99 a month for all kinds of crazy stuff. Or so my friend tells me. Wink, wink, Luke. You're a friend. Wink, wink.
Nothing wrong with looking at Scarlett Bordeaux.
Your friend.
If you're a heterosexual male.
Sophie says, I called that Woods would win by DQ. I didn't expect that, though. Film says, is SmackDown almost over? Chris says, Reigns bend the knee. LOL. Film's like, did I miss any women's matches? They had the 5 women. Well,
Yes,
they
they
added
had a-
Naomi to it, so 6
Yeah.
earlier for 3 on
on-
3. Zoe Ziggler's like, all hail King Reigns. P. Cola says, dang, Scarlett is making that GameStop money. Robbie's like, jobbers in a main event. Wow. Films like King Roman Reigns, interesting. Chris says, King Tribal Chief. And P. Cola says, I think it may be my Hyundai Elantra. Meh. Hila says, our Ford wouldn't let you lock your keys in the car, but not the Navigator. Haha, apparently. Which is funny, right? Because the Lincoln is a Ford product. It's just a higher end Ford. So it's really funny that it wouldn't have the same concepts. Film says, no, Scarlett, no, don't do OnlyFans. She has to make money somehow. All right, everybody, I'm leaving. Bye.
All right, you about ready?
I am, I'm done.
All right, guys. We appreciate you. We will see you
Tomorrow.
Oh. She's like, I'm done. You got it? Anyways, hopefully we'll see you in the morning because we want to do a prediction show with Joe to Best Wrestling TV. We'll find out later tonight if we're going to do that. So just look for your notifications, and we will be here in the morning for
Predictions for AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view.
Anyways, and if not, we will be here tomorrow night for the Full Gear pay-per-view, and then sometime Sunday, hopefully, with the Support the Troops. So
we'll try.
We're going to try to be here every day this weekend. We do appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.